Well, I put up on my site about if we could make $50,000 a week, would we? Them astonishing numbers is amazing, even to me. And I consider myself to live in a world of, yes, sir. I find myself living in a world of what I believe without glass ceilings or the ability to accomplish whatever we will to whatever we desire. So when I hear somebody making $50,000 a week, of course, I'm going to approach that situation with a little bit of skepticism. And I'm going to see it, well, I got to figure that out. I have to meet somebody that actually is doing that for me to take it seriously myself. So, me, I'm into real estate. I make a lot of bread in real estate. So, the reality of making money, that's not something crazy. If I tell somebody you don't need a real estate license or you don't need money to get into real estate, the first thing that people do is disbelieve it. And then they tell me that you can't do it, not realizing that I already do it, that I already make money from real estate. So it's hard when you're trying to express to people an aspect of money and how you can make money if the people cannot see it in their mind's eye that such is a possibility. They automatically begins to close the doors to opportunity. So I went through a few different systems to learn how to trade Forex because I was trading binary options on top of my real estate. So I'm trading binary options, but binary options is a little bit more like gambling, which is a little bit more different than trading Forex, of which I've had an idea of, but myself, I have never traded Forex at that particular time. So the picture that you see with me and the brother God Anwar, of which I went to go see at his black bookstore down there in Lansdale, I had meaningful to get down there to talk to that brother for many years, for about a year of getting down there. So when I finally got down there, I'm up in there and I'm talking to the God, and it just so happened that a sister come over there with a carrot cake. We sitting and we talking, and she expressed who her husband was, which I heard of the brother. I knew about this man because he teaches Forex real heavy, and he's in the Philadelphia area and within those particular areas. So when I sat down and I met the brother told me of the positions, what his idea was for Black people and for people, period, but Black people in particular, in order for us to make money. So then he sent me to a company in which it was like $99 a month, but I did learn how to trade Forex in about a week and a half to 2 weeks. So, and I started making money from Forex as well, and it's been profitable for me. I have never been a marketer. That's not my thing. Matter of fact, I left the first thing, marketing, because it was all about marketing primarily. I didn't think that the mentors really suited to the individual. It just depends on who your mentor is, I suppose. But what I did know is that it cost a couple dollars, which was $175 and $225 a month if you was to use, their particular system or their I forget the name of it, their indicator, right? Which is the cash trap, which is just fine. Then I went over to Tradera, and they was pushing too much of the MLM and wasn't teaching me Forex. So if a company falls and I don't know how to do Forex, then I'm done. So I left that. So when I went to this other company, it was set up like a university. So therefore I went inside of it, and it took time, but it moves fast because they teach so thorough the trading of Forex from A to Z. and you couldn't beat the price because it was only $99 a month. So at the same time, I'm in there and I'm learning how to trade Forex, and then they're giving you free signals every single day. So therefore, I'm actually trading Forex from the free signals, and I'm making money while I'm learning how to trade Forex. So then when I stepped a little bit deeper inside of it, I realized that the mentor was still teaching us in Zoom meetings outside of the actual classroom setting. And he was real attentive, in which they all are attentive, and get online, Zoom, show you where the error is at, teach you different spreads and how to read it and all of that. So they were very attentive, which means that you're going to actually learn. So then I realized he kept saying, if you get 3 referrals, man, you only have to pay $24 a month. So my logical assessment was, all right, I'm gonna pay for my wife and put her in, and then I'm gonna pour somebody else in, and then that drops me from $99 to $24 a month, and I'm still learning how to trade Forex, and I'm only paying $24 a month. While simultaneously, this man trades for 3 different banks, meaning the banks funded him. And then these particular banks then was paying him 70% of the profit while he was keeping 30% of the profit. So his move was for me to join as a business, open up a trading broker account, a trading account with a broker under a business, build up the business account in order to borrow for the trade. Then when you're within a year or so, then he puts you in with the bank, and then you begin to trade for the bank, and the bank begins to fund you. It made absolute sense to me because I'm already understanding the financial market. When you put your money, when you and I put our bread inside a savings account, they tell us we might get 1 or 2% annually on our money. If you was to go to, let's take Bank of America, all these banks have a section for the investors, for them to be able to look at. It even shows what type of investments these particular banks had done. These banks take our money that's in savings and all of that type of stuff, and they borrow against it. They then take that money and they put it to traders, private traders, and they are trading our money like in Forex, bonds, and all of that. And that's how we are able to make our little 1 to 2% annually on our savings. However, they have made thousands and millions of dollars on us putting our money in their banks. So if they making that much money off of our money, and we are only getting 1 or 2% on the money that we're leaving in there, then who really being robbed? It's us. So it's only a logical assessment for me to move the bank out of the way and to trade my own damn money in order to make a profit on my own dollar. That's power to me. So then, as I began to get deeper into it, he started talking to me about the referral side of things. And he was like, I make $10,000 a month off of the referral. It's on automated. So I looked at it and he was saying, like, I make $2,500 a week, which is every single Monday, which he showed me, right? So I thought that was, I didn't know if that was real. I didn't know if that was real or not. So until he showed me. So once he showed me that, I said, well, maybe I need to take that a little bit more deeper, because if somebody's making that type of money, then I need to know, how are you making this type of money? Now, this is where it gets deep. Now, listen to how deep this gets. And I'm going to read something to you so that you can understand that I'm not making this stuff up. And what people are talking about can't happen. These individuals are really getting this type of money. And they ain't running around understanding the breakdown of the universe and the sun, the moon, and stars, and the spirit and the dimensions of the mind and the brain. They not doing none of that. But what they do understand is business and how to multiply themselves. Let me read to you something, because this is deep, so that you can understand I wasn't making this stuff up. When I said, if you can make $50,000 a week, would you? What would you go through to bring it about? Because I know what I'm going to go through. Now look at this. So if 10 people are under you, They give you $500, which is $125 a week. 30 people under you, you get $250 a week, $1,000 monthly. If you have total 80 people under you, you get $500 a week, $2,000 monthly. If 250 people under you, you got $1,250 a week, $5,000 a month. 500 under you equals $2,500 a week and $10,000 a month. 1,000 people under you equal $5,000 a week and $20,000 a month. 2,500 people beneath you is $12,500 weekly, $50,000 a month. 5,000 people under you is $25,000 weekly, $100,000 a month. 15,000 people over time accrued under you is $50,000 a week, $200,000 a month. That is called money. I met an individual who showed me that he was able to accomplish making $50,000 a week, that put into his account guaranteed, off of just setting up an automated marketing system in which kept people registering with the company, which is a good source, which is learning Forex. This man is making $50,000 a week. Think of that. $200,000 a month. That's called paper. Now, when I put that up on my Facebook page, people say, man, get up out of here. That's not real. And they said, that's a myth. Don't sell people dreams. Do that sound like I'm making up a dream to you? Or am I showing you and telling you exactly what they got going on over here and how this actually works? This thing is real. So since I met the brother, I made a logical assessment in order to step my hand into that arena. So therefore, my mentor who trades, teaches in the Forex market and taught me very well, and I'm still learning, and the team period that's in there, teaching. He also taught me on the marketing scale. And he also put out almost $50,000 creating a marketing funnel system and all of that in order to be a part of the team. I brought into that. Why? Because if you got an individual over here that I can meet that's making $50,000 a week and $200,000 a month, and he starts to create this to become an automated system, and all I have to do is buy into that, then why not play the game? What do I have to lose? What is $99 to me? What's $99 to you? You're going to spend that anyway, and it's not going to bring you any money when you spend it. So if I have an option to make that type of money, then I'm going to take that chance and not even argue that it's a black man that started the company. And that black man makes $1 million a month off of that referral system. That means he made $250,000 a week. Y'all think what cannot happen? I'm telling you, they are doing this. They are doing this. And how come with all of this God mind and all of this God knowledge, we haven't been able to pool our resources to create a system like that, to make money like that? And then when somebody give you an idea to tell you that it's possible, we think it's not. Our messenger taught us that once Allah created things out of nothingness, he said he done away with the impossibility. I'm telling you that this is possible. That's what I wanted to get on here to tell you, just to clear up the reality of what I was saying when I said I met a person that's making $50,000 a week. I meant that. I ain't lying about nothing. Because whether somebody join on to get that type of bread or even attempt to get it, that ain't going to bother me. because I'm in it and I'm going to get the money because I'm going to put up the bread to get the money. And everybody part of my team is going to get money because I'll lift the load. That's what I do. I got the money to put up in order to bring that to the team. So I saw a white boy on YouTube. He's a part of it as well. And he got all these boys up under him and all these, people talking about how all of them are making money. And I heard the particular system that he uses, but it's the same system that my mentor uses. And all of them are making money. So I said, I'm going to make sure that the people with me is going to get that bread. Everybody that then came in here, I make the moves to get their 3 referrals. Me. Because there's some brothers and sisters that just ain't going to refer anybody. So I understand the reality of $99 a month, which might not be nothing to me. But my movement is to make sure that people pay their $24 a month. So that means they need 3 referrals. My logical assessment is because since we know how we building, in order to create, I always tell people, put something that you love next to you, bring them in, and bring somebody else that you love in, so that as the money begin to move from the marketing level or the referral level, which is separate from your trading, then that returns back into your family. So as time begins to build up, that particular money begins to build up as well. But if people don't want to refer, they ain't got to. Because Forex is a beast. And Forex will make you change your economic life, whether people accept it or not. You dig what I'm saying? That's how it worked. I took a stack and turned it into $8,200 in a matter of a few days. So if people believe that, that's their thing. If they don't want to believe that, that's their thing. But you're going to spend $99 on nothing anyway. You're wasting your time. And you'll still be working. And you'll still be asking these people to give you a job. And hopefully they keep you. People have to make decisions. Look at the time that you're moving in. And then move in that time. That just makes sense to me. But like I say, after this month, my system is automated. If people win, they in. If they not, they not. And I'm going to keep moving. You know what I mean? Because one thing that I learned in this business, I got to do it and show you. It's one thing that I know about this business. And real estate, when people believe that a person couldn't do A, B, and C, I did it. I did it. The majority of wholesalers 85% of wholesalers are broke. That ain't me. Majority of wholesalers, they make maybe a month, maybe 5,000. Some make a dime. That ain't me. I take breaks. When I push, I grant it. I have 5 deals guaranteed moving this month. And I took a break for 2 months. Them 5 deals that will close this month will gross me over $170,000. This ain't no game. In January, what made me turn to the direction of Forex was because I had 3 closings last year that took off from December to January that was supposed to close by February. When the COVID thing started moving and they started directing us to lockdown, it automatically changed the entire scope of the deal, where the investors didn't want to take the chance. I lost $165,000. Listen to my number game. I don't have to lie. My game is real. You understand? 3 deals. That's how much bread I lost because they locked down a country. And then because the students wasn't going back to the schools, which was in Temple and those regions, the investors said, listen, we can't guarantee the money because we don't know if the student's going to go back. And student housing is a good commodity. You make a lot of bread from that. It's guaranteed rentals, because they'll buy the land, they'll build the property. It might cost somewhere like 280, depending upon the land size and source. You have to at least a 14 feet, square feet, at least frontage in order for them to be able to duplex the joint. And then you have to have a certain degree of depth in order, and then, majority of investors want to make at least $50,000 profit off of each one. So if you can't get any students in there, then they can't get their money back. So they didn't want to take the deal. They didn't want to take the challenge on. And I deal with New York investors. So New York investors always pay more money. The New York investors and Orientals, they pay more money because the property values in New York is just like 100 times higher than ours. So when they look at our properties over here, they looking at it from the extent, man, it's still a deal. Even if they paying $10,000, $20,000 over, it's like still a deal compared to how much they paying for one in New York. So when they did that, I realized something. I said, whoa, 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 whoa. You can't be shutting down my number game. So that's when I said, let me direct myself. I brought more cryptocurrencies. I brought more XRP. I invested in Bitcoin. I purchased more VeChain. I did all of that. When I brought XRP initially a few years ago, it was 14 cents. I brought 20,000 of them over the time period. At the beginning of January, I brought more. It was like 20 something cents. XRP jumped. Within of this last month, up to 65 cents. You count that. You see the number game. So when I say that we getting into that money, you could trust it. I ain't gonna mislead you. I'm trying to tell you what I'm doing. If somebody tell you to do something and they ain't got no meat in the game, then you should be a little concerned. But I got meat in the game. And I'm telling you, I met somebody that make $50,000 a week. Once I get a make and model of a thing, I don't try to reinvent the wheel. Just tell me how you did that. And my mentor showed me how they doing that. So you learn trading and you learn that. How can you beat that? You can work all your life and you ain't never going to come to that type of money in your life. How many of you make $3,000 a week legally? $3,000 a week. Tell me. How many of you wait to the end of the year to file your taxes to get maybe 6,000, 8,000? How about that? How many of you do it? Yeah, you see how it really works? I paid $8,000 to get on a plane to go spend 3 days in France in order to go to a mall to spend a couple more thousand on a couple pieces of clothing. Lafayette Mall. This is what I'm trying to tell you. So, do that make me better than you? Or am I moving in my time different than you? Am I maximizing my mind and my effort? Do it mean I'm more intelligent than you? No. The same way that these multimillionaires and all that, they're not more intelligent than us. We have been blinded to believe that we can only make a certain amount of money. We look at these celebrities and we look at all of these dudes that's rich, and instead of us paying attention to those individuals to study how they did it, we end up worshiping these type of people. When I was in the streets, I learned there was three type of men. When the boys used to pull up inside of the Benz, you had the dude that would stand up on the corner, and they would look at him and they'd be like, "Look at man, John got the Benz. That nigga getting money. That's my man." Then you had the other one who was thorough. He was happy just to be in the passenger seat with the boy in the Benz so he can go to the club and be in the drive around with him because he next to the man. The chicks dug him too, so he made him feel special. But then you had the nigga that would look at him and be like, "That nigga got a Benz. How did he get that Benz? I'm gonna get me one too." I ain't never been a nigga want to sit in the passenger seat, and I ain't never been the one sitting around talking about how much a nigga got. I want the money. If you can do it, I can do it too. And when you look around you, use that rule. And I guarantee you'll see those same type of people through your life. It's three of them. You'll see them all through your life, guaranteed. Some people are destined to be broke. It's a guarantee. Some people are destined to sit around and do nothing. You ever left from your hood and you out there attempting to get some money, and the dudes who you was out there talking to, you came back and they was in the same damn spot when you left? You ever seen that? So that tell you and I just got to plug my computer in, but that tell you and they haven't done one thing for the advancement of themselves the entire day. By the time they turn around, they done did years and they didn't do anything. Well, I'm just plugging up my computer. And they turn around and they ain't done nothing. And that's how I see things. People will tell you that money is not everything. It damn near is. Show me what you can do without money, but breathe. You need money, right? Okay. I'm getting off of just sitting around talking about different knowledge and all that, man. I could sit and talk to you and we can mental masturbate forever. But what are we going to build? Right now, as we speak, a lot of people are going to lose their homes. The only reason why they not is that moratorium that they got on them, where they not kicking them out. That's going to end. As we speak right now, so many people have lost their jobs as these companies done shut down and they don't went online. So therefore, people are losing their jobs. And the main ones and is affecting the most is us. It's not affecting nobody else more than it's affecting us. Just like catching the virus affects us more than it affects everybody else. Why? Because of our poor diets. Our ignorance when it comes to um, um, diet, herbs. So it affects us worse. But what I'm telling you is because of the movement and this economic reset, it gives us an opportunity to place ourselves in a position to make a lot of money. So you have to make a decision to what you want to do. I got people come to me all the time want to learn the real estate game. Let me tell you something. I suffered to learn that real estate game, and I didn't have a mentor. I had an individual that told me the ins and outs in the beginning, and that was it. Everything else I learned through pain. I'm not giving up all that knowledge anymore for free. I done gave it up for free. I done taught people for free. I done taught people that's making a lot of money, and they got that knowledge for free. Guaranteed. You understand? Because it worked. teaching my particular way of real estate and how to move it. I'm not teaching you how to get a job. This stuff changes your life economically wise and puts you on a different level. It gives you a different career path. It make you a business all of your own. That's just the truth of it. Go and see somebody to teach you the real estate business for real. I know somebody to charge you $10,000 just for you to walk to City Hall with them. This is real. They want to charge you $600 for their book and for you, and $1,500 for you to be able to call them. That's the value of things. That's how it really works. That's how the game works. But I'm telling you, the times are changing. And you have to adapt with the time or you're going to become a victim of the time. Brother Captain Clarence. He said, be on time with time and become a victim of the time. I'm not going to become a victim of the time. We don't have no security, so we need to find a way to make ourselves a knot. My logic is to make my trading account that. People still got their money in banks. I don't. My money is in private equity firms. My money is sitting in a wallet, a digital wallet with Bitcoin and XRP and all that. That's where I'm at. The only thing sits in my bank account is what I leave to pay a bill. That's called adaptation. When a bank tell you they having liquidity problems, when they pass a law stating that the banks now can keep 0% of gold in reserves, why the hell is your money still in that bank? Like, really think that through. Just think that through. Like, really think of that. The bank is telling you they ain't got no cash. It's not, they having a liquidity problem. The damn place that the banks go to in order to get the money, the loans for themselves, and to get the right interest and all that, which is the reserve market or reserve bank, is having an issue, which sparked damn near all of this. And then they pass a law to say, I'm going to make a digital dollar, and then pass another law that tell you and I that the banks can keep 0% of gold in reserves and your money is still sitting in a bank. You know what happened in 1929 when the collapse happened? Everybody's bread got taken in the bank. All of it. People's gold got confiscated. But you can't confiscate mine. See, because my gold is outside the country. It's not under American law. See the game? So I brought gold tokens. I brought tokens that's backed by gold. See, I did all of that. So if any of that happened, I got boom, boom, boom. The only thing missing for me is to get a second citizenship. Because I need to be in position that if this country go crazy and lock me down, I'll denounce this citizenship and go to another country. You gotta let me out, because then I could apply to that embassy to tell them they are holding me and I'm no longer a citizen of this country. Military, that's war. That's moving in accordance with time. And that's what you and I have to do. Because whatever you think this devil won't do, don't believe it. He will do it. Because they got a plan. And we need to move on our own plan. But I just wanted to get on here to tell y'all, man, that when I spoke about that $50,000 a week, that's real, because somebody really showed me that they get $50,000 a week. And I read to you how they actually getting it. But I like the Forex. I trade Forex and it's paper. But I will be a dinosaur if I do not open up my eyes to the ultimate reality and fact that I needed to expand into the marketing level. Because it looked like that money over there is ridiculous. And these individuals ain't sitting up here with no supreme wisdom. They just using that mechanics, that mathematical theology. So why don't you and I? That's all. You act like you got something to lose. You don't. You'll spend $99 quite a few times in a month. You'll borrow that to help you out to make it by the end of the month too. But because this system give you signals and everything while you learn it, that means that you trading before you even know how to trade. So that means you can make money while you learning how to trade. So that means that the system itself is going to pay your money every single month. I know because I did it and I'm doing it. Well, I don't just follow their signals anymore. I use my own signals too because I trade, and I'm really just getting myself in position to take advantage of what's going to happen in January and February. I'm make quite a few dollars off of that. But yeah, I just wanted to clear that up about that $50,000 because I just wanted y'all to understand I wasn't making that up. I wasn't selling you no dreams. I wasn't giving you no myths. I'm telling you how they doing it and the potential what we can do if we unify. You dig what I'm saying? So I reach my hand back to you to try to tell you to come on, right? That's all I could do because whether you enter or not, I'm gonna get it. If it's there, I'm going to get it because I put my money where my mouth is. I already gave up the bread in order to use the automation system of marketing. I already did it. I go to them classes and everything. You know what I mean? Whether you do it or not, that's up to you. I'm going to do it though. Because I don't want no doors shut to me. So that's all I wanted to say. But I want y'all to understand that, man. I give you that opportunity because I love you and I want you to be successful and succeed in this life. I don't want you living paycheck to paycheck. I don't want you to think that you have job security. I want you to get out of the rat race, man. And I want us to build something and get that money. And I don't do this, man, because I want to push no cars, man, and all that. I could do all that now. That's nothing. I do this because I want to get myself in a better position so I could do more for my people. That's that's what's really important. That's the most important thing. Yeah. But all right. Um, peace to the gods. Salam Allah to the Allahs. Assalamu alaikum to the Muslim gods. And you be God and God you be. You be Allah and Allah you'll be. Get money. Because eventually it's going to get very, very hard out here. You just don't see it. But it's going to be very, very hard. Peace.